My name is Charles Lopes. I'm 21. I'm a painter. I'm a model. I've recently discovered painting through the school I used to go to. It was a French fashion school. I wasn't really interested in drawing. My teacher sort of introduced me to painting. She's been a key person in the enlightenment towards painting. She showed me Jackson Pollock, Franz Kline, Willem de Kooning, and I just fell in love. It's amazing how it changes your perspective of everything. You don't recognize colors in the same fashion. You don't see shapes and structures in the same way. You really have a different eye on banal and meaningless things like a table, a chair, or how blue the sky is, and then you can just, take that blue and just insert it into one of your paintings, and that's just how I operate right now, is analyzing everything. I'm sort of this human sponge where I just want to grasp and want to understand everything. I never thought like that before. My biggest inspiration is probably Jean-Michel Basquiat, Gerhard Richter, and probably, I don't know, I like Franz Kline a lot. When I was first confronted to their works, I just went crazy. I had never seen something like that before. Any art, you definitely have an enhanced sense of freedom. I've never really painted. I just, like I said, stumbled upon it 2 years ago. But now it's something that's immediate. I need to paint. It's become necessary. It's how I translate my thoughts, my feelings, my deceptions, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, use some of this iridescent silver. It's going to give a shiny aspect to this. And we're going to combine that with sublime red, which I really, really like. I'm just going to lay over here a tiny bit of red. I think my main goal in painting is to be able to do this my whole life, to be able to live with my art. I don't really use green. I think green is weird. The only green I do use is this one, hooker green. It's actually called hooker green, believe it or not. I just use it because it resembles an old Aston Martin I like, which was painting in British racing green. On my desk were a set of 2 driver's plates from when I used to live in Lincoln. And I just sort of took those, the car plates, and with a pen just sort of drew around them. As you can see the energy of the bristles here. You can see the texture of the previous paintings that were here before. As you can see, the white isn't really white. You can sort of guess what was underneath. You can guess the colors. You can sort of guess the texture as well. Let me show you something I do behind the paintings. I would write some delirious stuff and sit in front of a movie or, be on the phone with someone, and I would just sort of listen to what they had to say, and when that was done, I would just write it because I would wait for the paint to dry. I do use iridescent paint. Iridescent paint is a paint that changes depending on the lighting. For example, if you stand in front of the painting, you'll see this as bronze, whereas if you stand on the side of it, you'll see sort of a glossy enamel bronze. I end my paintings when nothing disturbs me anymore. When I like everything, when I think everything works with the neighbor, as long as nothing bothers me and I can't sublime anything, I'll just leave it there. If you can see that. Yeah, it's upside down, man. Little quiz. Beatles, Rolling Stones. Beatles all day, man. This is a character I sort of invented, and I found these 3 words really meaningful, even though it's total garbage, but I think the simplicity of this piece really makes it stand out. It's pretty direct. It looks like a poster. It looks like a kid drew it, for all I know. But I had asked my brother, who is a right-handed guy, draw me a set of 3 cars with your left hand, as childish and as ugly as you can. And he actually did this here, which I really, really adore. The guy in front of the painting is just gonna see what he needs to see and see what he wants to see. I think that you need to let the viewer be extremely free of what he sees and what he imagines. You must follow what you like, follow your dreams. Be true to yourself, true to your passions. Dedicate endless amount of time to what you are and what you aspire to be, A lot of people fail in what they don't like, so why can't you succeed in something you love? And I found what I love, and I know what I aspire to be, and there's nothing that's gonna be in between my goal and myself. I've never really chosen to be an artist. I guess you're born an artist, you're born with a different mind, different conceptions, different visions. Everyone has a passion, everybody loves something. If it's automobile, if it's photography, if it's poetry, it can be whatever you want. If something in your mind is convincing you that you're good at this and that you love it and you're willing to dedicate your time, your effort, your money and everything else, then you should just go for it. Follow your instinct and see what's what.